The new generation that has emerged now is the MZ generation. The generation born in the 1980s and 2000s is called M generation and is also called the Millennium generation or the Mobile generation. Z generation refers to the generation born in the mid-1990s to early 2000s. Unlike millennials who grew up in a mixed environment of analog and digital culture, they have been exposed to the digital environment since childhood and are also called digital natives. Because MZ generation uses SNS well, the SNS distribution market develops and they have become strong consumers in the online consumption distribution network. Therefore, many companies have begun to target the MZ generation. Representative examples include a trial experience of Sonata N-Line using Hyundai Motors N-brand's Metabus platform Zepeto, Binger's B-Class Emotional Binger의 content, and Hart Jewelers Tote character goods. These have earned companies great love and attention. Therefore, it is important to grasp the tendency and trend of the present generation because it is at the center of information ripple and consumption of the MZ generation.
Language is one of the characteristics that distinguish humans from other animals. There is not a case in which all mankind, beings on earth, do not have a language. These languages are very important to us. According to a lecture, language shapes the way we think. However, there may be some people who have difficulty using such a useful language. Most of people will think speech disturbance like children with aphasia and selective mutism. Like these cases, it should be treated through speech therapy. Speech therapy helps patients acquire language voluntarily. It is important to treat according to the timing of treatment, and treatment methods vary depending on the patient's condition. I think it is important to overcome and solve language discomfort by treating people who are uncomfortable with language.
Fake news is a news that spreads false or exaggerated facts in the form of news. Fake news, which has been spreading for economic and political benefits since ancient times, is increasing and expanding as the use of SNS increases. However, it is difficult to regulate because there is no clear standard for fake news, and if we regulate as a law, there will be opinions that it infringes on individual freedom. In order to regulate, it is important to enact laws at the national level and reform consciousness so that individuals do not fall for fake news.
There is the structure of the building called pilotis that does not erect an outer wall on the first floor, but only pillars or bearing wall that can withstand the weight of the building. Because it has very many advantages, people were surprised at its appearance. But nowadays, many people are confused about the pilotis due to its shortcomings. In order not to regret about choosing our own house, we should be interested in various architectural structures to make a sensible decision.
Recently, health-related crimes are increasing, and CCTV installation in the operating room is suggested as a solution. Regarding that option, the medical community is sticking to the opposite position. The main reason is that if CCTVs are installed in the operating room, medical practice will become passive and indiscriminate. Medical lawsuit is explode. On the other, the patient group expressed its active approval, stating that the patient is responsible for providing negligence under the current medical law, so that the patient needs a minimum means to protect him. As the need for medical technology increases in the future, we need to find a solution to this problem while thinking and caring for each other's positions.